Students, welcome to Max class. Let's discuss how to derive the formula for volume of frustum of cone. Here I took the cone A, B, C. Okay, so this is the cone. So from this cone, I am going to remove the part A, D, E. So this is also cone. Okay, I am going to remove that A, D, E from cone ABC. Then only will be get frustum. Okay, if we remove AD from the cone ABC, will be get the frustum as DBCE. Actually, here we are going to find out the volume of this frustum DBCE. Okay, so already we know that the volume of cone is 1/3 of volume of cylinder. Okay, so first I am going to remove the volume ADE from the volume of cone ABC. So the volume of cone ABC. So first we need to find out. Okay. So before that we should know that their radius. So for that purpose here I took the radius of base of the cone is R1. At the same time here I removed the cone by the plane, that upper part. Okay, at the same time this is parallel to its base. Okay, so this plane is parallel to its base. So the radius r1, r2, and the slant height of the frustum is L, and the total slant height of the cone is L1. At the same time the total height of the cone is h1 and height of the frustum is h. Then you know that. So what is the height of the cone ADE is h1 minus h. So volume of cone ABC is 1/3 of pi R1 square into H1, the total height, minus the volume of cone ADE equal to 1/3 pi R2 square into H1 by H, because the total height is H and the frustum part height is H. Okay, the total height is H1 and the frustum part height is H. So H1 minus H is the height of cone ADE. Okay, actually here we require the height h1. Okay, the total height of the cone. So first we need to find out the total height of this cone h1. Why here we are finding that h1 height? Because here we record the height h only. Okay, so if we found that h1 and substitute here, will be get height of the frustum. Okay, so how to find out the total height of the cone h1? Here we are going to use similarity concept. Okay, so already you know that the triangle ABG is similar to the triangle ADG because it has common angle A. At the same time that angle D and angle B, these two are corresponding angles. At the same time that angle F and angle G are corresponding angles because DE is parallel to BC. Okay, so these two triangles are similar triangles. So we know that if two triangles are similar triangles, the ratio of their corresponding sides are equal. So DF divided by BG equal to AF divided by AG equal to AD divided by AB. Then substitute the values. DF is R2, BG is R1, AF is H1 minus H height, and AG is H1, and AD by AB is L1 by L1 minus L divided by L1. Actually here we require to find height. Okay, so the slant height is no need. So limit the slant height. Here we require to find out height. At the same time, the radius also in the frustum. Okay, so radius and height only in this frustum to find volumes. So limit the slant height. So equate these two, R2 by R1 equal to H1 minus H divided by H1. Here we can simplify H1 divided by H1 minus H divided by H1. So you will be get 1 minus H divided by H1 equal to R2 by R1. Okay, take these two and we need to find out H1. So this H1 by H1 transfers to one side and R2 by R1 to another side. So we will be get 1 minus R2 divided by R1. Then take LCM, you will be get R1 minus R2 divided by R1. And H1 only we need to find out. Okay, so H divided by H1, take reciprocal, H1 by H equal to R1 divided by R1 minus R2. So H1 alone keep it left hand side and H transpose to right hand side. So you will be get R1H divided by R1 minus R2. So H1 value substitute in the given formula. Okay. So already we took this condition, R1 square H1 minus R2 square of H1 minus H. So H value substitute here, H1 value. So HR1 divided by R1 minus R2 and HR1 divided by R1 minus R2. Then take LCM here. So we'll be get HR1 minus HR2 plus HR2 divided by R1 minus R2. So here HR1 and HR1 will be cancelled. So remaining HR2 and R2 square. So R2 square into R2 cube. So HR1 cube divided by R1 minus R2 minus H2 R cube divided by R1 minus R2. So here we know that R1 minus R2 is common. So take LCM. So the remaining R1 cube minus R2 cube. H is common, take outside. So H of these values. So this is under A cube minus B cube identity. So the A cube minus B cube identity is, we know that A minus B of A square plus B square plus AB. The same identity and here also we applied. So R1 minus R2 of R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 R2 divided by R1 minus R2. So here R1 minus R2, R1 minus R2 will be cancelled. So remaining R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 into R1. So the volume of frustum is 1 by 3 by h of R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 into R2. Okay students, I hope you all understood this concept. Thank you.